Good morning and welcome back to Woodbury Cottage. And here's some projects we're going to be working on today. You might remember seeing this in our last thrift haul. It's a a metal box. And I'm going to make a really cute gift box with it. Okay, and I'm going to get Russell to go out and spray paint it for me. We're going to spray paint it black with this Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Matte. And this is what we got at the auction last night for $4. I believe it was $4 a can. And if you've bought this at the stores, it's kind of high. I do not have a problem with buying paint at the thrift store or the auction. So, okay, Russell, if you'll take this out, scrape off this little piece of tape. I already washed it. And spray paint just the outside.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, while he's doing that, I want to show you something else we got at the thrift store. I did not put this in a haul because of time. But anyway, I'm going to show you what else we got. This is something we bought yesterday at the thrift store. They were 97 cents each. Belts. And can you see what's on this belt? Look at all these charms. Isn't that wild? So, we're not using this one today, but I wanted to show it to you. Okay, and we got this one, 97 cents. Got this one. And of course, you know, I'm getting it for the buckle. I'm going to do something with that today. Got this one. Just the buckle. Well, I'll save the leather for something else. On the ones that's real leather. The ones that are not, I'll just throw that away. Alright, and look at this one. Isn't that pretty? And this one. Is this stretchy? Oh, this is stretchy. I can use that for something else too. Okay. And then this is the one we're going to use on the box that Russell's painting. It's red, it's stretchy. So as soon as that dries, we'll finish that craft. Most of these crafts today are going to be super simple. Because that's the way I like it. Okay, on to the next item. Alright. We got these at the thrift store for 49 cents each. This one says, peace on earth, goodwill to all. And can you see on the branches on there? It's the little animals. Raccoon, porcupine, an owl. Each branch has animals on it. Isn't that cute? This one says joy to the world. It's got the polar bears. Noel. And to all a good night. Okay. And this is a box of cello bags that I got for 99 cents. I believe I showed that to you already. I'm going to use that on this project. And Dove soap. And I'm hoping, let me check it right quick. I'm hoping this has the Dove on it. That smells good. Yes, it does. Okay. So it's got the little Dove on it. We're going to be using that. Okay, and then our final project. I got these little boxes at the thrift store for $1.99. They're new. Okay. And here's what we're going to do to those. I almost got this one finished. We're going to put a card, a repo of a vintage car, or a repop of a vintage card, and in here, out here, and kitchen matches inside. Who can't use a kitchen match? So that'll be just a cute little gift. And I want to share with you that I did not decoupage this. And I want you to look how smooth that is and how it really looks like it was painted on that box to me. You can see a little bit of the wood grain coming up through that. Isn't that pretty? I'm fixing to share that with you. Okay, I got my vintage card from this book. In South Carolina, we have these stores called Ollie's. And I got it at Ollie's. And it was $4. And it's a book full of vintage Christmas cards. And I just love vintage. So I just cut one out and put it on the top of this. It's called 100 Christmas Wishes at Ollie's. Okay, that's where that came from. And this is what I use in place of decoupage. I had never used it before. It says it's low odor, and it was. I did spray it outside, but it's a spray adhesive. And I just love the way it turned out on this box. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, are y'all ready? Let's get started. Russell's out there painting the box, the metal box for us. And I am working inside, and this is my bed. It's hot outside. I could be out there, but the wind is so high, and we have a lot of leaves and trees, and it would just be too much noise. Okay, we're going to start with our first video. We've already cleaned our first craft. We've already cleaned these plates. There's no price tags on them. Okay. Now let's open a bar of soap. And we do have the little dove. Isn't that cute? Alright. I think the dove is appropriate for the Christmas season. Okay, we're going to cut this bag to fit around it. And I don't want to pinch the top because I do want to be able to see that dove. So I'm going to trim the bag. Okay, I do want to see the dove, so I'm going to flip it over so we can tape this cello on the back. Hey Gina, if you're watching, look what I'm using. That's a friend of mine. That was her dad's tape dispenser. He passed away, and she gave it to me, and I have really enjoyed it because it's real heavy, and it doesn't go all over the place when you're trying to pull a piece of tape off with one hand. So, thank you, Gina. Okay, now we can see the little dove on the top. Put it right here, and I want it to stay in the middle of that plate, so I'm gonna, if I had some two-sided tape, I would just use that, but I don't, so we're gonna make do with what we got. And I put a little piece of tape right there. So we have this ribbon from last year. It almost looks like a flannel. It's wired on the sides. We're gonna use that for the bow. It's going to be the smallest bow I can hardly make. So I'm going to make a loop there, pull the tail down, make a loop there, pull that tail down. See, it's got that wire in it, even if it's crinkly, you can still make it look new. Look at that. I just love wired ribbon. It's so cool to work with. Can cut that there. Got a little piece of wire, floral wire. Twist that on there. Do not cut floral wire with your good scissors. Okay. Now, let's see. That looks good. And I think on this one, I'm going to, I think I'm going to make an angle instead of a dovetail. Like that. Sometimes your bow has to talk to you, tell you what it wants to be. Okay. That's going to go there. Remember these little pine cones that we thrifted last week? We're still using them. Okay. Let's get our soap together in the plastic. We're not going to need this whole piece. Now, I do have a roll of the type that you use with a heat gun, and I also have a roll of the type that you use with gift baskets. But what I'm trying to show you, you know, not everybody has that. So I'm trying to share with you how you can do this at home on a budget with limited supplies. Because not everybody has a whole craft room full of stuff. This project right here, when I was a young girl, first married, young mother, man, I used to do this little gift all the time, because who can't use a bar of soap? And we would have children's church. I would, for the older kids, I would wrap it up in a little box and put all kind of pretty little things on it, because back then, you know, you could get soap pretty cheap. Can't get nothing cheap now. And they always liked it. You'd be surprised kids like soap. Or they did back then. I don't know. Kids nowadays, I don't know. But they seem to enjoy it. Mainly because I took the time to put it in a real pretty box. And I think that's what they mostly liked about it. I think we even did a object lesson Bible story on safeguard and gave out soap one time. This soap has a dove on it, so I guess you probably could do a little devotion with about the Holy Spirit and the dove. So there's a lot you could do with soap. Okay, now I've got this little piece of red that I'm going to finish this bow up with, because I don't like that floral wire showing. Okay, is the hot glue gun ready? Okay, it's ready. I'm going to put a little glue there and there. Stick that to the plate. A little glue here. Because that glue will come off of that plate. I mean, you know, it won't, I don't think it'll hurt that plate. Okay. And now I'm going to put a little dab of glue right here for this red ribbon to go over that floral wire. Be careful, don't burn your hands. Trim that off. And let's glue it right there. Here's the box that we got the soap out of. Cut along here, cut along here, along here, and along here. Put those two pieces back to back. Glue that together. Okay, mine stuck before I got it lined up. No worries. I'm just going to trim it back off. Now, normally I would be using my paper cutter to do this with, to make sure everything was lined up. But like I said, I'm trying to share with you how you can do it with limited supplies. There we go. And I'm going to put a little pine cone there. In the corner. And then I'm going to handwrite to and from there. And just put it on the plate and who it's going to. And that smells good because it's the soapbox. Okay. So we have repurposed this, or reused this ribbon from last year. We thrifted the pine cones. We thrifted the plate. All these little strings is hot glue. Okay, we repurposed the plate. I think 49 cents for the plate, $1 for the soap. Repurposed this bow. Repurposed this paper. And just pennies for the pine cones because we bought a gallon bag of pine cones. Okay, and you could get that Christmas stamp and put a little stamp on there. That'd be cute too. So I would say we got about $2 in this gift. What do you think? Is that cute? And it's a very unique plate. Go to your local thrift stores. You can get unique plates. You could probably even get antique plates. I don't think these are, but they are so cute. Okay, let's whip out a few more right quick.